go ahead.
Matt, what can you be better there in the final few minutes overtime?
Well, they make it so hard for you to run offense. Obviously our team is, our defense is definitely ahead of our offense at this time in terms of what we can do and can't do versus quality opponents. But we have a couple drives where we're at the rim, trying to make plays and make shots, and have some couple putback opportunities after we get a steal, and then have that basketball at the rim. And you got to be able to make those plays. You got to be able to, finish those layups, be strong with the ball, and you got to give Florida State credit. They contested one of them and then stole the other one, and ends up that would have been, I think, probably the difference in the game. We make those plays right there. We got to make a play in regulation where we're breaking somebody down, trying to get to the rim, and we had struggled shooting from three all game like they did. So you're trying to get a post up, but it's so hard to catch the ball in the post against how they defend. And you got to probe the defense and work it. So we were trying to get something, off the bounce to get them in a rotation or be able to get a pull up or a layup with the paint.
Just the number of turnovers, again, unforced turnovers. You end up with 24.
Right.
And some key ones there.
Yeah.
In overtime.
Yeah, across the board, when you have that many turnovers, it's hard to really generalize, because you have a lot of different ones, and so when they would press us and come out and extend, it made sense for us to try to be aggressive, just to get into some 4-on-3, 3-on-2, to get them in rotations, and that seemed to help us, but we just weren't very strong with the ball, whether that was our interior players or our guards. Our guards would lose their dribble and just pick their dribble up when, there's not a 5-count on a live dribble. Like, you don't have to pick your dribble up. And so we put ourselves in a couple bad positions, taking the ball out of bounds and losing our dribble and just not being careful with the ball. But like I said earlier, you have to give Florida State credit for their defense too.
In your experience, how does a team become stronger with the ball in those moments? Does that come with experience? Does that come with confidence?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of everything. It comes with the experience of playing quality people, especially early in the year. Like, they're searching like we're searching. They're a good team, but they're still, they have holes in terms of their skill level. They're very athletic, they're very long, they got some good guards, but they're 1 for 17 from 3 tonight. Keep them out of the paint. Don't let that, there's a whole thing, just keep them out of the paint, make them score from there, We out rebounded by 15. They're pretty long and athletic. They're pretty quick, and so I think that's something we can hang our hat on as a positive, but when they get 16 steals and you have 24 turnovers and you just played one of the best pressing teams in the country in VCU, so it wasn't like we weren't prepared, for pressure. We just got done playing a team and a close game, but it's part of competitive sports. It's part of coaching basketball. You win by 1 possession and you think you're pretty damn good. You lose by 1 possession and you think you're awful, and you're really not. You're not wrong in either case. It's just the way you feel, and you just got to push on. But this is why you play these games, to get in these moments and see how guys react, and then watch film and learn from it and get better.
Where's Aaron Wheeler at now, kind of with his confidence level?
Yeah, he just hasn't got into a rhythm. He hasn't shot the ball well all season, and I think he's, from an effort standpoint, he's rebounded the ball. He leads us in rebounds. He has 8 rebounds in 27 minutes, but doesn't help us on the offensive end. And a lot of times guys work on their games and they get, they push back and they don't realize what gets him on the court, what gets him off the court. And really his rebounding, he's done a much better job from a defensive standpoint than he did last year. Even though at the end of the year I thought he really made some strides. But it's part of the game. Everybody goes through some tough times, especially when you're a guy that's a shooter and your shot's not going down. You just got to keep working and stay positive.
Looked like we were trying to go quick offensively. Were you just trying to get something before they could get into their half-court defense?
Yeah, just trying our best.
That was the case with Isaiah. I know the clock was a factor.
Yeah, no, just trying our best to break him down and to give him some space to break people down and to have options with him. But the worst thing in those situations is not to get a shot. A lot of times, if you coach long enough, you get in those situations, you try to run some cute play, and now you get stuck. So we're in those positions, and we haven't done a good job of handling it. And since you haven't done a good job handling it, the last thing you want to do is get stuck and not get a quality shot. And so we really wanted to be able to get somebody to turn the corner and be able to get in and then make that decision from there when they're in open space. We felt like versus their set defense, if we didn't go quick, it was gonna be tough since that's the way it was the whole game.
How much of a step did Isaiah take these last two games? Filling in for No
Yeah.
Jail tonight, with the foul trouble, but, what noticeable improvements you see from him?
Well, I just think, handling the basketball, he had the one turnover that doesn't give to him, that he doesn't cut to get the ball on the sideline. And, those type of plays, you just want back. And then, Sash gets the turnover, on that play, but, he didn't cut to get the basketball. But just to be able to handle their pressure, play 33 minutes and have one turnover, I thought that was great. These types of experiences for young guys, really pay off down the road.
You kind of leave Florida thinking you have a pretty good defensive team? Or
We played well
Yeah,
defensively
understand.
against these guys, against both these teams, but I think when it gets down to it, you have to be able to show consistency on the defensive end versus multiple styles. You know what I mean? And so, our defense is definitely ahead of our offense, and that's not something I would have thought a month ago. I would have thought our offense would be in a better position, but that's the way that's the way we are right now, and you don't want to lose what you're good at too. We've rebounded the ball well, we've defended well. We want to keep harping on doing those things to give us a chance, but we're going to have to do a better job in our ball control and our decision making.
Anything else?
All right, thanks, guys.